Chairman of the SCO Council of Heads of State, Excellencies, Honorable Leaders of the SCO, Member and Observer States, Secretary General of the UN, the Secretary General of the SCO, and the Director of the Executive Committee of SCO RATS, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon. I am pleased to once again address this august gathering of SCO leaders. We thank India for its stewardship of the SCO this past year, and I congratulate Kazakhstan on assuming the chairmanship of SCO for 2023-24. My best wishes to my brother, His Excellency Qasim Jomart Tokayev, President of Kazakhstan, as the incoming SCO chairman. And I'm very confident that under his sagacious leadership, the SCO will continue to grow and prosper. Let me also congratulate my brother, President Ibrahim Raisi, on the Islamic Republic of Iran's accession to the SCO as a full member. We warmly welcome you and are confident that Iran's inclusion will immensely benefit this organization. We also look forward to welcoming Belarus, another friend of Pakistan, as a full member at the next summit. I am also delighted to congratulate Bahrain, Kuwait, Maldives, Myanmar, and United Arab Emirates on their accession as new dialogue partners. Excellencies, we are meeting at a very critical juncture in our history and the world at large, where important developments are taking place in the socio-economic and security spheres. In this era of global geopolitical flux, the SCO has acquired added significance as a beacon of stability, security, peace, and progress. The fundamental values of Shanghai spirit are more relevant now than ever before. Excellencies, connectivity has become a defining feature of the modern global economy and is rightly hailed as a vehicle for peace and prosperity. Each year, SCO leaders underscore the importance of investing in connectivity to achieve our shared vision of an economically integrated region. Building efficient transport corridors and reliable supply chains are crucial elements of this shared vision. The China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, a flagship project of the Belt and Road Initiative, can be a game changer for connectivity, stability, peace and prosperity in this entire region. Pakistan's location serves as a natural bridge connecting Europe and Central Asia with China, South Asia, and Middle East. Special economic zones being set up under the CPEC framework have direct access to our ports, which can serve as convenient conduits for regional trade promotion. And to that end, Pakistan plans to host the SCO Conference on Transport Connectivity for Regional Prosperity in the last quarter of 2023. Excellencies, the SCO member states have a shared interest in ensuring peace and stability in the region, which is a precondition for economic development anywhere in the world. The hydra-headed monster of terrorism and extremism, whether committed by individuals, societies, or states, must be fought with full vigor and conviction. Any temptation to use it as a cudgel for diplomatic point scoring must be avoided under all circumstances. Terrorism in all its forms and manifestations, including state terrorism, must be condemned in clear and unambiguous terms, there can be no justification for the killing of innocent people, regardless of the cause or pretext. Similarly, religious minorities should never be demonized in the pursuit of domestic political agendas. While the sacrifices made by Pakistan in fighting terrorism are without parallel, this scourge continues, unfortunately, to plague our region and remains a serious obstacle to the maintenance of peace and stability. SCO countries must take concerted and immediate actions, both in their national capacities as well as collectively under the framework of SCO RATs to combat the three evils of terrorism, extremism, and separatism. Excellencies, the achievement of lasting peace and security in the region is both a common concern as well as a responsibility of all honorable SCO leaders. Stability in Afghanistan is critical for achieving this common objective. The international community currently finds itself in a standstill with Afghanistan. The cascade of unmet expectations has meant that critical support needed by Afghanistan to ward off a grave humanitarian crisis, prevent an economic meltdown, and to combat terrorism has been withheld. This policy needs an urgent reset. The international community should meaningfully engage with the interim Afghan government to take the next steps. Similarly, the interim Afghan government must also take concrete measures to ensure its soil is not used for terrorism by any entity. A peaceful and stable Afghanistan will not only bring economic dividends to the Afghan people, but would also unlock the true economic potential of the SCO region as well as contribute to global peace, security, and progress. The SCO Afghanistan Contact Group has an important role to play in providing a platform for practical cooperation. Excellencies, climate-induced disaster is knocking on our doors. Being a global crisis that threatens humanity's survival, climate change demands global solidarity and a global response. It's time to act, and we must act now and immediately. Pakistan has lived through the horrors of climate change during the last year's devastating floods that took more than 1,700 precious lives, including those of children and babies born just few days ago, and inflicted unimaginable losses of over $30 billion on our economy. Pakistan is committed to working for a sustainable and nature-positive world that we owe to our future generations. We must also ensure that developed countries deliver on their assurances to provide enhanced support to developing countries in mitigating and adapting to the effects of climate change. Excellencies, poverty alleviation remains a pressing and burning issue for SCO member states. The heightened military tensions across the globe and unprecedented hike in energy and food prices, coupled with economic recession in the aftermath of COVID-19 pandemic, have taken a heavy toll on our efforts to address the challenge. The presence of the largest number of poor people on the planet within SCO borders obliges us to have closer cooperation for poverty alleviation. I would like to thank and congratulate the SCO states on establishing the Special Working Group on Poverty Alleviation that was proposed by Pakistan. This working group has become operational and will provide an impetus to our collective efforts to eliminate poverty and improve the living standards of our people. Excellencies, to achieve the goal of sustainable peace, the fundamental rights and freedoms must be guaranteed to all, including those under occupation. Peace and communal harmony should replace violent ultra-nationalism and xenophobic ideologies, especially Islamophobia. Furthermore, we should resolutely oppose divisive policies based on prejudice and discrimination. There should be no place for the willful provocations and incitement to hatred, especially on religious grounds. The SCO stands for observance of the UN principles of sovereignty, territorial integrity, and people's right to self-determination. We must ensure for these universally recognized principles within the SCO borders for friendly relations among the nations. The UN Security Council resolutions offer us a workable framework for these resolutions of some long-standing disputes in the region. These must be addressed to immediately and settled amicably before it's too late. With more than 40% of the world's population and almost a quarter of the world's GDP, the SCO represents a promising future, if only we can work together to seize it as a team and community. To achieve this cherished goal, I reaffirm Pakistan's unwavering support and commitment to address our common challenges and to realize our shared dreams of peace, prosperity, stability, and enhanced connectivity of the SCO region. I thank you all.